Hey guys, it's Trevor here. Today I'm joined by the beautiful Asia. She's down there spotting fish already. But it was her turn to pick where we were fishing, and she wanted to go trout fishing. So we're out here in Greene Sullivan. This is Airline Lake. It's an old strip pit. The average depth is around 50 feet, I think. It hits 65 at a few points. But it's really deep and cold, perfect for stalker rainbow trouts. We just tied on a little chicken rig, the drop shot at the bottom, underneath the slip bobber. Got some corn and some night crawler on there, and it wasn't 5 minutes once I got Asia's put together that she had one. They're pretty nice rainbows. They're maybe 14 inches long. Be good eating. They stocked them. It's probably been 4 months, 3 or 4 months now since they stocked them. So they've had time to get a little bit bigger, but we just started chumming the water with some canned corn. About all it takes. There's one.
Scared me.
I like jumping. I just broke my rig off. Man, they're strong fish. You can do it.
They don't have anything sharp.
Yeah, I stick a finger under the gill because they're super hard to hold on to. Just stick your finger up through his gill, up from underneath. Yep. And kind of out his mouth. He ain't gonna hurt you, babe. Yep. Just shove it in there. You're gonna rip his gills out here in a second anyways. Yeah, lift that little plate. There you go. Now stick it up out of his mouth. And just put your thumb in his mouth.
No.
Looks like it. Alright. Now rip his gills.
Oh, what?
There you go. He's on the bottom. That's a big one. Alright guys, it's getting dark, so I'm going to put the cameras up. We've each caught 3. We're going to stay out here for a few more minutes and see if we can catch a limit. But I'll see you at the boat ramp, and I'll show you guys how I gut these before I take them home.
Yeah.
Alright, so these trout are super easy to gut. I like gutting them out here at the pond just so you don't have to mess with it at home. Just get back a little bit. But all you do, snip right here, and then start down here at the anal opening. And then when I get right here, I like getting rid of these fins. Just saves you a step. And just grab them gills and everything. There's corn he was eating. Pull that out. And that's all the guts. But you want to run your thumb down this spine and break this membrane and get that blood out of there. Now all you gotta do is go home and cook it. Alright guys, so it's the next day. And I'm gonna cook that trout we caught last night. Now trout cooks really fast, so I'm just gonna bang out a real quick pasta to go with it. Check it out. Alright, so I'm gonna be cooking these whole. I'm just gonna knock the scales off real quick. They're real small on trout. It doesn't take much effort. So the little serrations on a butter knife works pretty good. Come right off. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the head. The tail. Alright guys, so I got some water boiling and skillet ready. I'm just going to knock out some quick prep work. Alright, 5 big cloves should be plenty. Take off those kind of woody stalk, the root end. I'm gonna leave these chunky. Some dishes I like it minced. Typically in pastas I like it fairly big. Alright. I might use shallot too. And we are going to dice this. I'm gonna cook the trout first. I just stored that overnight in some paper towel and a Ziploc. It's not all slimy and gooey. That's gonna be key to getting a crispy golden skin. The wetter it is, it's just gonna stay mushy. So I'm gonna rub these down with just a little bit of oil. So our seasoning will have something to stick to. And if you guys have never had trout, you're missing out. I like it better than salmon. Salmon has a really strong salmon flavor, but trout, it's a lot more mild, even though it kind of resembles salmon. It's a lot more mild than salmon. It's just a really delicate meat. Goes great on the grill with a little bit of smoke, but I like pan-searing them the best. Yeah, let's get a little oil on there. A little bit of salt. Salt the inside. Get some fresh ground black pepper. That's all I'm putting on it, guys. I mean, this is about as good as freshwater fish as you can get, in my opinion. Not fried. It's hard to beat some fried golden crispy bluegill crappie. Alright, so we're gonna start searing this trout. I got a skillet nice and hot. I'm gonna back the heat off fairly low. Get some olive oil in there. Butter. Now I'm going to crank the heat because that fish is going to cool the skillet down quite a bit. I'll go ahead and throw some pasta in. Salt the water. Just using penne. So it's been maybe 3 minutes, 2.5 probably. I'll go ahead and turn these. The skin on these is super delicate. Kind of mess that one up. There we go. Yeah, it's getting a little dry. I'm gonna add some more butter. And a little bit of garlic. And just gonna throw a sprig of fresh oregano in there. Just a little bit of zest. Alright, it's pretty much done. I'm just gonna hit it with a splash of wine. As soon as that wine burns off, we'll be done. But yeah, this has been around 4 minutes total. Alright, so this is going to be the base for our pasta sauce. I'll probably just quarter them. More butter. You never have enough butter. Alright. And going in with our shallots. And just a little more garlic. We're just gonna let that come together. Then we'll finish it. Add the pasta, add the fish, add it to my belly. And prep our herbs to finish this sauce. It's got some basil, some oregano, and some thyme. These little bitty flowers on it. The herbs in, a splash of heavy cream. Still a little thicker than I'd like. Just gonna add a little bit of water to that, thin it out here. That's better. That's gonna hit the spot. And the very last thing, the juice from that other half of the lemon. straight in with the pasta. Don't rinse it off. It's the worst thing you can do to pasta is rinse it off. There we go. Turn that off. Finish our bread real quick. Much burner. Alright, just mop up some of that butter. Here's my sous chef tube. Brink. Just gonna come in here. Finish that. Some fresh grated Parmesan. Piece of bread, there we go. Trout with tomato, lemons, garlic, fresh herbs. Pretty simple, and this is gonna be awesome. Alright, let's see how this tastes. And this is one of the, probably the only freshwater fish in Indiana anyways. I mean, it's stocked, but there ain't too many fish you can just throw in a skillet and sear and have it taste this good. Just don't get me wrong, bluegill, crappie, catfish, they all have their place. Nothing beats a good fish fry, but it's nice for a little variety every once in a while. What do you think? You like trout? Oh yeah. About a noodle for break. Now I've filleted everything from wahoo down to bluegill, and I've even filleted these trout a few times. But this is why I cook them whole. I don't care how good you are with a knife, you're never gonna get the bones that clean. Alright, so the hoodlums are over. I'm gonna wrap this up. Basically what I was getting at is check online, check your state Fish and Wildlife website. I'm sure there's places close to you that you don't know about that have rainbow trout in them. They're great for kids. It's super easy. We're just catching them on a bobber with a worm and corn. They taste amazing, so get out there and try it. Thanks.